We are starting to feel that summer heat. Temperatures are rising and we're seeing a lot of 90s in the forecast. As things heat up, spending too much time outside can be dangerous. Joining us now to talk about heat safety, Riley Howard with EMSA. Riley, good morning and thank you for being here with us.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Happy to have you here. I want to first get an update from you guys on what you've seen so far this summer. If you've started getting some more calls that are related to heat.
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually did hit 6 heat-related emergencies yesterday in Oklahoma City, and we did end up transporting 5 of those patients. So that means we will be issuing our heat alert later this morning. So great time to start talking about heat. We really want to be talking to those folks who are most vulnerable. So those older folks and younger children who can't really regulate their body temperature as well. So we want to remind folks heat is a real danger, and we want you to take those precautions. Seek shade when you can. Take breaks indoors when possible.
Yeah, so let's talk about some of the dangers. What do people need to know about heat exhaustion and heat stroke?
Yeah, so heat exhaustion is something when treated or responded to quickly can prevent any life-threatening or more serious issues. That could be things like nausea, vomiting, heavy sweating, things like that. That's your body telling you that, hey, it's time for me to take a break before this gets more serious. Now, when it escalates to symptoms like a heat stroke, such as confusion, becoming unconscious, you actually stop sweating, but your body remains really warm. That's a medical emergency, and that's when you need to be calling 911 to seek further treatment.
Yeah, so let's walk through some of the top heat safety steps that we should all be taking here during the summer and as temperatures keep rising.
Yeah, absolutely. Heat is no joke, especially here in Oklahoma. So remember to hydrate, not just when you're outside and you're feeling hot. That is not the time to hydrate. It's the time before. So the day before, the evening before, and make sure you have water available throughout the rest of the day. So that's the most important. We also, if you're able to, limit your time outdoors or at least avoid those peak temperature times. So those afternoon to early evening hours. Avoid doing any yard work or activity outside. Maybe save that for earlier tomorrow morning or later in the evening when the sun goes down. Make sure you're taking breaks. Listen to your body when it's time for a break. Take that break. Take as many as you need. If you do have to work outside, or if you're an athlete and you're doing something outside, make sure you're wearing light colored and loose fitting clothing so that you can help your body kind of stay cool.
And I did want to kind of ask a little bit more on that for people who maybe do have to work outside, or athletes, things like that. Maybe they're out doing, summer sports. How often should someone be taking break? You mentioned when you feel it, but how often should we be doing that?
Yeah, it really depends on the type of activity and your overall health. I would encourage you to take as many breaks as often. When you start to feel hot or overwhelmed, take those breaks. Try to do that beforehand. Just limit your time outdoors when at all possible. And another thing we really want to emphasize during this time as well is make sure you're checking your vehicles. You're not leaving any children or pets behind in a vehicle. Temperatures in a vehicle can climb extremely quickly and become very deadly very fast. So make sure that you're checking that back seat before you're getting out of a vehicle, whether you're placing your purse, a phone, something else in the back to remind you, setting a reminder on your phone, whatever it may be. Make sure we're checking that. We want to avoid any, possible deaths of that nature.
That's a really big, important reminder. We know the cars can get hot so much quicker than it is outside. So you mentioned most at risk here, children, older adults. What is the best advice that you have for parents on keeping their kids safe? It's summertime. The kids want to get outside. They want to play. They want to get in the pool, ride their bikes. What's the best safety advice there?
Yeah, at EMSA, we want everyone to enjoy their summer safely. So just stay hydrated, stay cool, and don't ignore those warning signs. If you've got small children, make sure that we're putting on sunscreen and we're reapplying that. Also, we all know kids aren't huge fans of water that often. They're more apt to go for those sugary drinks, but try to get them to drink water with meals and have it available to them. If they're going to be outside, same thing, hats, sun shirts, things like that to protect them, but also know that you need to advocate for your child. They're not going to be as well versed in telling you, I'm feeling really hot, I need to take a break. So make sure you're doing that for them, keeping them cool and making them take those breaks.
All right, a lot of really great information here. We are in the middle of summer, potentially getting even hotter as we get later into these summer months. Riley, thank you so much for coming on with us and taking the time to share some of these important safety steps, safety reminders. So we appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye-bye.